year is just about to end, and I want to help you make the most of the remaining time. So today I'll tell you 7 simple but powerful things you can still do to end the year well, and finish it with a boost of confidence, positivity, and to set yourself for success in the new year. You can do 1, 2, or maybe all of these things, but it's all up to you. Let's go. Number 1 is to buy an NFT. And okay, before you click away, hear me out. Crypto is in coma. Bitcoin could soon be heading to zero. This is definitely not investment advice. But hey, this NFT thing is exciting and it's still in its early stages, and it's a fun thing if you can try it out. Buying an NFT is still not that easy as, for example, clicking through Amazon. And the whole idea here is that if you do it now, if you buy an NFT now, you can, for instance, like learn to play with a new technology, kind of being an early adopter of what's likely one of the more interesting areas in tech at the moment. Doing so will give you a boost of confidence, kind of beefing up your tech chops in a way. We're just talking about learning here. You can get a random NFT for like $5, $10. I'm not saying you should look this as money to invest in something or to buy anything. It's just for you to play with the technology. And for instance, I just got my NFT this month. I bought one of Tim Ferriss's Cock Punch. The whole idea is ridiculous, but I'm keen to learn how someone I truly respect and admire, as for example Tim Ferriss is, will use this new technology. And I just love the whole fantasy world building thing that he's putting around it. And I think it can be fun to participate in this. I don't expect to earn any money from this, but I feel good with myself for trying something new, for taking the time to setting up this wallet and OpenAI and so on. It was not a New Year's resolution or anything, but it's just one more thing now I know I can do. So when a good opportunity comes in the NFT space, I'll also be at least ready to go and jump, and maybe something good comes out of it, but let's see. The action to you is go and buy an NFT. There are a million guides on how to go around this, so this is not a video for that. You get your MetaMask or Coinbase wallet, you connect it to OpenAI, and you get your NFT already there. It's like $10, can be enough. Now just go for it. Number 2 is to try OpenAI's AI tools. So next, again, keeping with this technology theme, you must try the incredible artificial intelligence that's coming out from OpenAI. So you can try for free, for instance, the ChatGPT, which I have talked quite a lot in this channel already. You have the DALL-E image generation tools. I mean, this is insane. These tools are some of the most advanced and innovative in the world of artificial intelligence right now, and they offer you an unique opportunity to learn and play again with cutting-edge technology. These are like the top of the top, and you can play with them for free, which is absolutely crazy. For instance, ChatGPT is a tool that allows you to chat with a powerful language model and in a way, like, see how this model generates natural sounding responses to your questions and statements, can even come up with poems and songs and like fantasy fiction. I mean, it's absolutely crazy. And for instance, this tool helped me write this script and write me a lot of other things for this channel. It's just so good. And that's just on the text side. I mean, you can also code things with it as well, right? But then there's a DALL-E tool that comes again from this OpenAI package that allows you to generate images from text descriptions. So you can basically tell, like, to the AI, make a picture of a bird with a rainbow beak, and then DALL-E will generate corresponding images. You can tell him which style you want to have it. And again, like, the purpose of this is not that you will get art of this or anything. It's just that you play with the technology. Again, like, it's like having your drawing assistant, your writing assistant, your coding helper. And I truly believe here that if you know how to use these tools in the future, you're gonna be supercharging your career a lot more than people that don't. Again, this will change the world sooner or later, and your action here is to try the tools out. Again, it's free. You can register at just openai.com. Number 3 is to host a Christmas party. Even if you don't celebrate Christmas, just call it something else, but it's a good time to celebrate. And here in Denmark, for instance, where I live, these parties are a big deal. But again, the key here is that you should host one. So first, hosting a party is a good way to spend time with your friends and family, celebrate the holiday season, and bring people together in your home or wherever you want to host it. And it's an excuse again to decorate your home if you're doing it home, play games, bring a lot of drinks and good food. And if it's your thing, even create this Hyggeligt or Warmouth here. There's more on that in this video. It's something we do a lot in Denmark. And maybe you're not famous for hosting parties, so what better, to do it for the first time and get yourself more in this personal badge of like, yep, I actually host parties sometimes. Myself, I'm not hosting a party this year because I'm off traveling for 2 months, but hey, it's something I plan to do, maybe not this Christmas, or maybe not with the Christmas team now, but definitely when I'm back in town. Next up is to resurrect an old passion. So I challenge you here. Take a weekend afternoon, can be Saturday, can be Sunday, or it can even be during the week, whenever works for you, and resurrect and rediscover some of your old passions that can be from your childhood or from your teenage years and so on. I can give you one of my concrete examples. I love Japan. I love everything Japan. I was there in Japan just a few weeks back, and I deep dived into my old manga that I like, martial arts, all these Zen Buddhist type of things, Japanese language books. I was rediscovering my old Japanese because I used to speak Japanese, and all the things I love about Japan, and it was super nice, and it was a good type of nostalgia in the sense that I could also now share this with my wife and my children for the first time because they came with me, and it was super nice. And there's something cool in this type of nostalgia, like engaging in activities or hobbies that you enjoyed in the past can remind you of happy times and make you, more fulfilled and satisfied in the present as well. And also resurrection these old passions can help you rediscover hidden talents or interest. And as we grow and change, we sometimes forget about these things that we used to do in the past, and revisiting these old passions can remind us of the own unique abilities and skills, and again help us rediscover these passions and interests along the way. Another example from my end is that I used to play a lot of Dungeons and Dragons with my friends back home. I love this world building angle, I love the medieval epic fantasy, and I was planning to spend 2 full days in the coming week just working on world building. Again, for no practical use, it just makes me happy. I have no plan to make any money from this, not publish anything. It's just a joy to spend time on this, and now that this ChatGPT bot basically can do a lot of the work for us, it's like basically having a good conversation with this bot and now building this world. It's super cool. And my action to you is that take a Sunday afternoon, on your own, with your friends if you prefer as well, and deep dive in one of these older passions. Just revisit this older passion. Next is to read that book. So look, we all have one or more books that we keep putting off. I challenge you here to take one of those books and read it before the year ends. Perhaps between Christmas and New Year's, and that's, again, usually a good time to switch off and open a book. Myself, I have 6 books in my iPad that I have been meaning to read for a long time. I have always a back catalog of a lot of books there, but there's one that I want to really finish up, and that's Sanderson's Stormlight Archives, the first book on this theme, on fantasy theme that he has, and I will be there, spending some time on that while on a cruise. The key here is that in case you don't like the book, again, you can just put it off. The act of starting is what matters. The act of saying, okay, I have been meaning to do this for whatever. Now go and do it. So your action here is to read that book. In case you need inspiration, ask your loved ones. They likely know you best, and they will give you good recommendations based on you. If you want some of my generic recommendations, my classic ones are always 4-Hour Workweek by Tim Ferriss, always a good book. 48 Laws of Power, best book ever in a way. And for something less common, read Richard Nixon's book on leaders, which is insanely good if you want to hear about biographies of someone like Churchill, Yoshida, and so on. It's super good. So we are back into the technology theme here. A password manager is a tool that securely stores and manages your passwords. Basically, it generates strong and unique passwords with all these numbers and letters and symbols, and automatically enters them every time you enter a specific website that prompts you for your passwords. This will help you protect yourself from hackers and also improve big time your online security. Every tech smart person I know uses a password manager, and you should too as well if you don't yet. Password manager again will generate strong and unique passwords for each specific site. So you'll never have the same password in more than 1 or 2 sites, if at all. You'll be using this password manager again to remember these complex passwords because they're going to be pretty hard as well. And again, the password manager will, each time you log in somewhere, you will not have to put all the stuff that you just click a button, the password manager does the whole thing for you. And again, there's a lot more into it, but just something that you definitely should investigate. And in my case, the tool I recommend, the one I use myself, is called Bitwarden, which is free, or at least the free plan is just too good. You don't really need to go with a paid plan. And it has been recommended and vetted by a lot of smart people, including all my more tech savvy friends. But there are other alternatives like Dashlane, NordPass, 1Password. Some of them are subscriptions, but again, at the end of the day, it's not too expensive and you get good value. And the action here to you is, again, get the password manager. Don't procrastinate on this. The last point is to create. So I challenge you to be a creator. So publish one YouTube video or a newsletter or a podcast or even a long form series of Instagram posts or something on TikTok, you choose. There's several benefits to being a creator online, whether you publish videos on YouTube or a newsletter or a podcast. The first one is that being a creator allows you to share your ideas, experiences, and talents with a wide audience. This can be a great way to communicate with people who share your interests and also just reach a broader audience than just, your little group of friends, right? So even sometimes share with your only Facebook page and people you haven't talked with a lot of time and just tell them, hey, this is what I have been thinking about. Definitely something good to explore. Second is that being a creator can be a rewarding experience in and on itself. So creating content allows you to express yourself, to explore your passions, to learn new skills, like for myself, to be in front of a camera and all these camera setups. Can feel you get more engaged and more motivated. It's fun as well. And the thing as well with being a creator is that opens up new opportunities and possibilities. So by publishing yourself online, by being out there, you gain visibility, you get recognition, and this can lead to new opportunities as collaborations, partnerships, or even money. You will obviously or most likely not get all these benefits with just one video or one newsletter, but at least you get the ropes on how easy it is to start. And the spoiler alert here, it's very easy to start. I have been doing this YouTube thing for close to 2 years now, and I can vouch that it has already made a big impact in my life. I get recognized in the street in Copenhagen weekly, I make decent side money, and I have had a lot of fun and learned a lot of new skills doing this that actually helped me as well, even in my normal corporate job. The action for you here is to start creating. Again, you don't need to do anything fancy, you just get into the ropes of trying to understand how it is to then, again, open a YouTube channel or a podcast or a Substack. Again, then you see if you do a second video or third video or a first newsletter or a second newsletter. The whole idea is that you put yourself out there and you try it once. One more thing you can do to have an incredible end of the year is to up your productivity game, and in this video over here I share my absolutely most powerful high performance frameworks. Thank you for watching.